Yes. What's going on, guys? This has been aka Day Trading Addict, and I have another good video for you guys. Today, finally, I'm revealing supply and demand trading strategies that wins. Trust me, you're gonna love this video. So let's go. All right, so we're gonna get straight into the strategies. I'm not gonna waste any time. Shout out to all my trading addicts out there, because you know I'm not the only one that's addicted to these markets. So let's go to the first trading strategy I want to talk about. Now, this one is basically, we're waiting for supply and demand, right? And we're waiting for the market to either break supply or demand, okay? Break it with force, and then come back to it, hold that support, and continue to go back up or down. So let me show you guys a quick example. All right, so here's a quick example, and for all you guys that don't know what supply and demand is, I have a lot of videos explaining it, all right? It's just aggressive buying or aggressive selling, okay? So right here we have aggressive selling, okay? It's a downside right here. So when we see aggressive selling or aggressive buying, that means that it's a possibility smart money wants to either bring down the market or bring up the market. So all we're doing, guys, is waiting for the market to come back to that zone, and hopefully we get a setup so it can continue to go back down. Now, this is not that setup right here. We waiting for the market to actually blow past that zone. So let me show you guys a quick example. So right here we have, okay, the market going up, and then notice how it blew past that zone with a lot of volume, okay? We want it to burst through that zone with a lot of volume, and we want it to come back. So we want price to come back to the zone, okay? Notice how it came back to the zone right here, and it gave us a nice bullish candle, and you can either put your stop loss below that zone or below the candlestick. It's up to you. But we're waiting for the market to come back to that zone, the top part of the zone, okay? Give us some type of bullish candle if the market's going up. And we're looking for the market to give us our profits. And it's that simple. So again, let me repeat this. We're waiting for the market to break that zone. So normally we just, wait for sellers to come back to that zone, right? And if we see some type of indication the market wants to reverse, we get in for a sell. But if we don't see that and we see the market just blast through that zone, that's telling us, right, that there's no sellers there, number one. And number two, the buyers are in control now because we just blast through that zone with a lot of volume. So let me show you guys another example. Okay, so here is another example, okay? Now, this will work in any time frame, any market. I don't care if you're trading the stock market. I don't care if you're trading Forex or futures, all right? Because a lot of you guys ask me, hey, does it work with any market? Yes, it does, all right? And it doesn't matter what time frame you are using, it will work. So right here, we have the market selling off like crazy, right? Remember, supply and demand is aggressive selling and aggressive buying. So normally we wait for the market to come back to the zone, and we're looking for maybe some type of rejection or some type of reversal pattern or whatever the case is, and we're looking to sell for that continuation to go down. But notice right here, okay, the market pauses a little bit and then breaks out the zone. Remember, we need that volume because that volume tells us that buyers are in control. If we just get a little break, that's nothing, okay? We need buyers to bust through that zone, okay, and then we need it to come back. So notice how it came back to the zone and it's finding that support, okay? So we're looking for that zone to actually turn into support so we can actually get in. So right here we have a nice bullish bar right here, okay? It's a good looking long. And again, you could put your stop loss either below that zone or below the candlestick, depending on, how you trade. But we're looking for the market to basically, do its thing. And this will actually work if the market's going up, okay? It's the same concept. It will break that demand zone, and then it comes back to that demand zone. We're looking for resistance, okay? So let's go to the next supply and demand strategy I got for you guys today. Okay, so the next supply and demand strategy I have for you guys today is combining trend lines with supply and demand. So right here we have support, 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 support. Okay, the market is bouncing off that support. Now it's finally making higher highs. Notice how it's making higher highs right here. And I connected these lows right here to make that trend line, okay? Now, do we have demand, okay, near the trend line? Yes, we do. Let me show you, okay? We have aggressive, remember, aggressive buying right here, okay? Comes back, and if you don't know how to draw supply and demand zones. I have a lot of videos on my channel about that, so you can check that out. It comes back to, guess what? The demand zone. Not only does it come back to the demand zone, it actually comes back to the trend line too. So we have the demand zone and the trend line meeting up, right? So it's like extra support holding up price, okay? So when you see that, it's a strong possibility price will hold and then continue to go back up. Or if it's going down, continue to go back down. So right here, notice how price comes back to that demand area and comes back to that trend line. Notice how it bounced first, it comes back, and even though it wicked down a little bit, it shot right back up. And then it bounced up and gave you this nice trade to the upside. So guys and girls, if you see a trend line and supply and demand, that's a good high quality trade, especially if you're reading the market right. So let's go to another example. Okay, so right here, guys, we have US 30 going down. Notice how we have this nice trend line right here. Also, we have this aggressive selling going on right here, guys. And we have supply right here. So what do we have, guys? We have supply. And we have a trend line, okay, matching up with supply. So to me, that's a beautiful trade. Notice how we have this nice rejection too. So that's adding even more confirmation. And then to me, this is a good trade right here. When I see that, I want to get in, okay? So we have this right here. Either we could put our stop loss behind the zone or behind the candlestick. It depends on how you trade. So we have this, and you look for your profits, either a 2-to-1, 3-to-1. Again, we're looking for a supply and demand to match up with a trend line, and then we're looking to get in the market, okay? These are high quality trades, especially if you are reading the market right. So let me go to the next supply and demand strategy I have for you guys. So let's go. Okay, so this strategy, guys, is basically just using supply or demand as a magnet, okay? So let's say you are at support. So right here, we have support right here, okay? Notice how the market came back to that support and it's bouncing. We actually created this nice double bottom. So to me, that looks like a potential trade, especially when we see a lot of buying right here. Now, if we look to the left, guys, what do we see? We see aggressive selling. So right here, we see a nice supply zone, okay? Because we see nice aggressive selling to the downside. So if I see that and I'm in that move and I'm in that double bottom, I'm saying to myself, you know what? I'm going to probably hold all the way to supply because the market loves to come back to those supply and demand zones, especially if they want to fill some more orders. So knowing that, okay, that's giving me a target to get out and take my profits. So if I'm getting in right here, I can say, you know what? All right, I'm getting in right here. As soon as the market makes a double bottom right here, we could get in at either at that rejection bar right here, okay? You could put our stop loss right here, and we're looking to get out, okay, as soon as it hits that supply zone. Because some supply and demand zones, they act like magnets. So a lot of times we see price actually go to those zones so they get some more orders filled. All right, so this is a bullish example, but it happens the same way if it's a bearish example, okay? So let's go to the next supply and demand strategy I have for you guys. So let's go. Okay, so this is the last strategy I have for you guys today, right? So this strategy is all about looking for supply on a higher time frame. So let's say the 4-hour, all right, or the daily. And then going back to the lower time frame, we're looking for supply and that supply. So let me show you guys an example. So right here, guys, we have a 4-hour supply zone. Notice how we have aggressive selling. It came back to that 4-hour supply zone. So let's go to a 5-minute chart real quick. All right, so we at the 5-minute chart. What do we see, you guys? We see aggressive selling right here, okay? So again, we're looking for supply on the lower time frame too. So notice how we hit supply right here. We have aggressive selling to the downside. So draw a zone. Notice how price came back to that zone. Again, you can get in with either waiting for a confirmation, or you can get in as soon as price hit that zone and put your stop loss above the zone. It's up to you. But right here, guys, we have this nice bearish bar right here. So that's a good sign, okay, that the market wants to go down. And we can use that, okay, to get in the market and basically look for our reward, okay, to the downside. Now, this is a good strategy, especially if you're waiting for that extra confirmation, because if you see supply and then you go down to a lower time frame and you see supply again, that basically gives you more confirmation that that is a good zone, and most likely sellers going to come in and bring down the price, okay? So you can make your profits. So guys and girls, that's it. Thanks a lot for your time. I appreciate it. If you got any value out of this video, please hit that like button and join my free Telegram group, because I post motivational videos in there, and I also post exclusive discounts for my trading program. And if you don't have my trading program by now, make sure you check that out, because it actually comes with a free supply and demand indicator for you guys to help you out, especially if you are a beginner, okay? And it can take your trading to the next level. I've been trading the markets for 14 years, so I have a lot of knowledge to give you guys. If you have any questions, comment below, because I try to answer all your guys' questions. Thanks a lot for your time, and please have a great day.